Steve Shitera's Chelsea, maybe begin with you. You guys just trained for Arsenal, is it?
No. If you analyze Pochettino's selection, he really picked a very good team for Arsenal in the first half, and that is his first 11. Yesterday, you remember at least 5 players from the starting lineup were missing. Mudryk, I hear he was under the weather. Enzo Fernandez got a baby girl, so he was babysitting. Malo Gusto was on the bench. Again, that clearly shows you that Pochettino has not really read his team. The players are good. Look at how they performed in the first half. Though he changed the formation to, I think it was 4-5-1 against the formation he played against Arsenal, which was 4-4-2, where Sterling partnered Mudryk, and that was very lethal. And when he brought in Jackson the second half, actually that is when Chelsea lost it. Again, he started with the same formation that he changed to in the second half, and he lost against Brentford, which is really, it's unpredictable. It can bite you anytime.
Really quick, Zita, how do you see top 4 panning out? Though it's still early, just 10 weeks into the EPL. Around how many? 20 weeks to go?
Yes, 20 weeks to go. Man City are still on the run, and I think if Arsenal don't improve, and Tottenham, you know, it's a litmus paper. Wanaweza baki wamefanya hapa. I know they're unbeaten actually, but again, kuna tu ile, and there's something that happens when the second leg starts. That is when you know who is going to be on top 4. So it's early to discuss about that, but again, the team they've started very well. I'm still Manchester United on top 4, not yet with the injuries that we have now and with the game that we're playing now. Actually, I was talking to Lee today and about the game that we played against Manchester City, and he was like, tukianza na every time we put our captain on the wing, akunanga teams in any game sisi win. So for me, I think it's early to talk about top 4, because as Alex Ferguson always says, the league starts changing shape in the second leg.
Yeah. Second leg, and of course, talking of your United, I've realized you are so diplomatic. Unapita tu hapo juu. At injury. What's happening to United, Zita?
As I said, we don't have, actually until now, we don't have the first 11 because of the injury that we have. All our backline. Talking about the Martinez, talking about Shaw, who has been outstanding, Wan-Bissaka, who has been outstanding, Verani, that is our back 4. So all of them, there are injuries. But again, you can see people are now stepping up to the occasion. Talking about Maguire, you can see the Champions League, what he did. Talking about Scott, he has been outstanding player. Talking about you see the saves that Onana has been making. So,
as he says, those were direct kicks.
Direct hits, imagine. You can't be that. And he's a Chelsea fan, knowing that Chelsea, again, it's a litmus paper. Winning today, tomorrow they are being beaten with small teams.
But still, for me, there's a question. Are United players poor? Are they unmotivated? Or is it a question of management of Erik ten Hag?
There's a player. And there's a class player, let me put it that way. There's a player who's always average, like Manchester now has a lot of average players. They don't have a world-class players that are playing for Manchester United now. So I think that is one thing. And then Manchester is a big name. We want more from the players. But if you have average player playing for a big team, the way now, for example, let me just put the FC Leopards, mostly the average players. So when you have average player playing for a big team and you demand more from them, it's going to be pressure for the team and pressure for everyone.
Yeah, but basically coming to you, Dorcas, Zita aren't really given me the answer I was looking for. Is it about man management? Because we saw Ten Hag fall out with the player you bought for, almost
Anthony.
100 million.
Greenwood, Sancho.
Absolutely. Sancho actually is the player.
Yeah.
Sancho actually is not allowed to eat with the first team. Seriously.
And he was a hit at Borussia Dortmund.
At Borussia Dortmund. What's really ailing Manchester?
I guess for Manchester United, the problem might be the players. Because at times you find other players, they do get like the red cards because of their hasira in the field. And then other times injuries, small injuries, and then you find like the main players that they depend on, most of them are out, and others they stay at the bench, of which they can play very well in the team. So at this time we find
Swila, as I go to the Sancho question, you know, most of the time it's you have rules in the club, but if you do not obey as the rules go, you know, Tendang cannot bow down for Sancho. Meaning that if he bow down to Sancho, he's not going to control the dressing room. Because
but
everyone will be coming up.
For me, I want to throw the daggers into the works. Your captain or former captain, Harry Maguire, I don't think United have given the best treatment. And I think it's all about the question of atmosphere at Manchester.
Okay.
Because if you look at Harry Maguire playing for the Three Lions all over these years, he's been a different player at the World Cup and so forth. But in the last 2-3 weeks, we are seeing the real Harry Maguire returning to his form. Remember the kind of money United splashed to sign him, while at Leicester, he was one of the best tackling defenders. The last man, literally.
Actually, is the most expensive defender as we speak.
Yeah.
But let me take the bull by
its horns.
I think the problem at Manchester United is the coach, because you cannot just fall out with everyone. And I said this when the season began. When you get rid of your captain, get rid of him from your team, because he has been leading the team. But now you demote him and still have him in the team, you see you will demotivate the players. And more so, look at the players who are demotivated in that Manchester United team, English players. Because when Maguire goes for the Three Lions, he's with Mount, he's with Rashford, and now look at their performance.
It's Stones is in defense. Very good player.
I'm talking about the players at
Manchester
United. Look at that environment you've created. Rashford was a very good striker last season. What happened to him? So that is the thing I'm talking about. The coach, how he treated his players, is not a good thing. Sancho came in as a star striker, but he has been relegated to something which I cannot talk about.
I think
look at how he handled the Greenwood, Lingard cases.
And still staying on Europe, the Champions League went down this past week. Let's take a look at how those goals were scored.